Man, did I want 2 points tonight for the Toronto Maple Leafs. However, when you are playing the Chicago Blackhawks, any point matters, and the Leafs do grab one as they lose 2-1 in overtime, as we said, to the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, coming into this game, the Leafs were obviously right tight in that playoff race. When the game started for the Leafs, you knew already that the Islanders lost in overtime. So, okay, they got 1 point. They were tied with us. However, we would have games in hand, right? And obviously, Tampa was playing Washington at about the same time. Tampa ended up losing to Washington in regulation 5-3. So, with that 1 point that the Leafs get, and with the Islanders getting one and Tampa getting none, if we're looking at a playoff spot, aka the wild card spot, the Leafs have 79 points in 70 games played, and the Islanders in 71 games played, so they've played an extra game, they only have 78. So the Leafs have a point over the Islanders, still with that game in hand. Nothing has changed there. But with Tampa Bay, we still have that one game in hand over them, as well as 2 points over the Lightning. That is very, very, very solid. Trust me, I would have liked it to have 3, and I would have loved to be a couple points up on the Islanders. But you know what? It didn't happen. Were we expecting to win? You know what? I think we were, once we got later into the game, we were hoping we were going to win. But did we expect it coming into this game? Not really. However, 8.5 minutes into the very first period, Austin Matthews breaks the 7-game schneid with his 23rd goal of the year off a great feed from William Nylander, and Zach Hyman grabs the secondary assist. I loved that line tonight. They were really, really good tonight. And I was, so happy to see Austin Matthews just get over that little hump. He has 32 goals this year. Man, it is so great to see him get back in this. And everything was good till about halfway into the second period when, gotta look at the guy's name, John Hayden scores his first NHL goal, of course, against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and it's a tied game 1-1. Still half a game to play, though. Well, goalies stand tall, Freddie Anderson, lots of craziness happens, and then we head to overtime, where Ryan Hartman gets the overtime winner on a 2-on-1 and just held it long enough to tuck it 5-hole on Freddie, and Leafs only get the 1 point. But you know what? Let's talk about right off the bat. Frederik Andersen, fantastic in this one. 2 goals on 39 shots. Again, he's been nothing but spectacular for this team of late. Obviously, the one hiccup against the Panthers, but other than that, he's been stellar. And he continues that again tonight. But unfortunately, Corey Crawford, that little bit better. Because he got the win, he only gave up one less goal. I understand Freddie got 39 shots against him, whereas Corey Crawford only had 26. But you still got to stop him. And Corey Crawford stopped one more. He gave up one less than Freddie Andersen. That sounds a little bit better than that, right? So, am I upset the Leafs didn't get the 2 points? When it got to overtime, yeah, a little bit, because they had chances. I remember William Nylander hit a crossbar in, I think it was the second period. Connor Brown, great chance in overtime. Obviously, JVR with the breakaway. Morgan Riley Why does it always do this to me? Thank you. When Morgan Riley, obviously with the 2-on-1, he flubs on the shot. What else? There were so many more. Mitch Marner taking a shot, but it going up a stick. And the 2-on-1 the other way, just tough one. But you know what? Hey, we're happy we got a point. Trust me, I think every Leaf fan will be like, you know what? We played Chicago. We'll take it. We'll take the point and run with it. We'll enjoy that point because the next game, in my eyes, is one of the biggest games of the season because it is against the Boston Bruins at the Air Canada Centre. Now, what implications will this game have? Well, what we do know for sure is that the Boston Bruins do not play between now and then. But what we do know for sure is that the Leafs are 3 points back of the Bruins with only the one game in hand. But with that win, if we can find a way to beat the Bruins in regulation, may I add, we would be 1 point back and still have a game in hand. That third spot in that division is not out of the woods yet. There is still every opportunity for this team to get into the divisional spot. They just got to keep playing well. Boston's playing some pretty good hockey. The Leafs are playing decent hockey. But we got to keep going. We got to get that win against Boston at home. If they win, oh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. But you know what? From one game to the next, the Leafs have 12 games remaining. Guys, don't get too excited just yet. There's still lots of hockey to play because the standings are so tight. But with 12 games left, the Washington Capitals just clinched a playoff spot. Obviously, first in the Metro and first in the Eastern Conference and more or less the NHL. But that's the first team that clinched. Next will be Pittsburgh, or Columbus. Then it'll be Pittsburgh. I mean, who knows who's going to be next? And then the East, and then the Atlantic will start doing things, and then the Leafs. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? I remember last time we clinched. It's against Ottawa, in Ottawa. I want that again. This team, though, they have every opportunity to do so. Now, the schedule is not easy. We're going to break down the next 5 games. I don't usually do this, but now that we're late in the year and things are starting to get really close, we got to look at who we're playing and how tough is this schedule really, right? So, obviously, we play Boston. That's on, what is that, Tuesday? Right? Or, yeah, is it Tuesday? No, excuse me, that's Monday. That's Monday night. And then I think we go down to Columbus to take on the Blue Jackets. So that's not going to be an easy one at all. Then you are at home to take on New Jersey. That's a winnable game. Then you're in Buffalo. Arguably, there's going to be a lot of Toronto fans. But you're technically in Buffalo taking on the Sabres. Then you're home for Florida, away for Nashville. So after Boston and Columbus, you have a couple games where you can maybe get some more points. But you really never know. That's why we watch these games. We find a way to lose to Buffalo sometimes. Florida's down in the standings. They've been playing like garbage. And then they find a way to beat the snot out of you, right? You just never know one day to the next what you're going to see. We saw a great performance tonight from the Leafs. Just came up short. But you know what? Leafs fought hard. And, hey, they lost a 2-1 game to the Chicago Blackhawks. Like, come on! That ain't bad whatsoever. Would I have liked more than just a 2-1 loss? Would I have liked, a 3-2 win or a 2-1 win for the Leafs? Absolutely. It didn't happen. We got a point. We played a great game. Freddie Anderson, star of the night for me in a heartbeat. I mean, the guy was unbelievable. All right. So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video and you enjoyed the game, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. So much energy in the arena tonight. I love it. Comment down below or hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Comment down below what you guys thought of this one. And we'll talk to you guys very shortly. Blue Jays edition. Got to do that for you guys. Don't worry about that. And tomorrow night, Raptors edition, as they are at home to take on the Indiana Pacers. The first time this season. This late in the year, we're playing the Pacers for the first time. Very weird. Be nice to see them get the win. And also, like we've been saying, Monday, Leafs edition, as they're at home, taking on the Boston Bruins. This is a massive one. We'll see you guys then.